My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Series 77, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And so here we have AJ Styles posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. AJ Styles does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of grip hands. Then we get a pair of flat palm style pose hands. We also do get an OC rubber shirt, which does fit the figure nicely. And then we do get his entrance vest. Thankfully, we don't get one of those entrance hoods which doesn't fit the figure with the long hair. I'm really glad they have decided to do without that accessory. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now, I do think this is one of Mattel's better heads. I really do like the grin that they have on him. My only problem is the paint applications on the face. Now, don't get me wrong, they did a very good job painting his face. They just didn't do a great job painting his beard. As you can see, there's a lot of his beard that needs to be painted. I don't know why parts of it look really nice, and then we have so much bleh. But I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, you can hide it just by him not tilting his head up, but the moment you tilt that head, it's really obvious on mine that he is missing quite a bit of facial hair paint, and that is unfortunate. Now, thankfully, I do have a good copy of AJ Styles here. What I mean by that is the Elite 77 AJ Styles is notorious for having what is known as the AJ5 head, where they didn't sit the hair properly on the figure, and it's seated very far back, exposing a really, really big forehead. Thankfully, mine doesn't have that issue here. One thing I am a little disappointed in is that they didn't paint on AJ Styles' body hair. That's one thing AJ Styles has had since the dawn of time for WWE, so I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to forego his body hair. Maybe because they expected you to keep the shirt on him, but yeah, it is a little bit jarring that he is missing his body hair. I mean, we do get his tattoos, which do look really nice. The AJ looks good, and then we do have the birthdays of all his kids right there. So that's really, really nice. But no body hair. That is a little bit jarring, in all honesty, because that's something that you do notice is missing. As always, we do get an elbow pad on the right arm of the phenomenal one. You see the P1, which looks really nice. I do like that. Then we go on to his gloves here, which they're made in red plastic, and they do have this really nice black painted on them. I only wish they were textured. I mean, we do have texturing with his flat palmed hands, as you can see right here. It looks like a glove. This just looks like painted on latex. So yeah, I really wish they would start giving AJ Styles textured hands, because it might as well go all the way with it. That's something that they really need to start looking into. We do have a wristband right there, which does have his logo, which looks really nice. I think this is one of my favorite gears for AJ Styles. I might be a little bit biased because of the red on it, but I really do like the way it looks. Now, we do have that issue that every company has where they paint red over black, and it just never looks right. As you can see, there are some spots right there, some spots right where it's thin right there, and that's every company. No company has found out how to do that properly, which a few more layers of red would have been nice, but I know that they don't want to do it. Instead of having his own unique dedicated sculpt, we do have the standard hip piece that we've seen over and over again, which I'm not complaining about. I just kind of wish that they actually did sculpt the detail there. Having a look at his tights, you can see he has the OC gas mask, which looks really nice. I do like that. It's a combination of a World War II style gas mask and almost a samurai helmet, so that's a really nice design. I love the way that came out. And then on this side we do have the OC, the original club. I don't know what his knee pad here says. It is in Japanese. I'm not quite sure what it says, but it does look nice, and for some reason the paint on here looks really good. So good job right there. We do have the phenomenal one kick pads, where we have a red kick pad right here, which is decent considering it is black on it is red on black, so I do like that. And then on this side we do have the Phenomenal 1, which that is done really nicely. I love the silver that they went with. So overall, AJ Styles here, it's nothing we haven't seen before, but it is a really nice paint app, especially that logo right there. That is so cool. I really do like that. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get them posed with other characters you may have in your collection. And so here we have AJ Styles posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we have AJ Styles posed next to his previous version of AJ Styles. So, with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at his articulation. AJ Styles here does have the standard elite articulation, which, if you don't know what that is, let's run through it really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head. However, his hair does limit a lot of articulation, and it's not soft enough that it gets out of the way. We can turn it left and right, that's no problem, and very slight up and down, as well as some head pivots, so I will give him that despite having the hair, it does function good. Not perfect, but it does function good. I do feel like his head is just a little bit too big for the body. If they had shrunk it down maybe 5%, it would look so much better than his chrome dome melon right here. Not really chrome dome, but his big old melon there. Arms are on universal hinges that go out to the side, go all the way around. We do get a swivel here at the bicep, single bend at the elbow, swivel and hinge at the wrist. No problems there. We do have an ab crunch, which does lean back, leans forward, rotates at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about there, kick back, out to the side very, very nicely. We do have thigh swivel, which works fine. Double bend in the knee. We would get more range out of it, but his knee pad does get in the way. We do have rotation here at the thigh. A hinge right here at the foot, going back and kind of stiff going forward. And then we do have rocker ankle. Did I say swivel at the thigh? I meant swivel at the boot. But yeah, boot swivel does work fine. And then we get rocker ankle. So overall, really good articulation here on AJ Styles. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we do have the phenomenal AJ Styles pose for my final thoughts. And overall, it's a really good AJ Styles figures. I'm probably going to say it's one of the better ones just because it is red, and I do have a bias toward red and black ring gears. However, if you are looking for this figure, I know he is pretty much peg warming everywhere you look, especially at Targets, Walmarts, and I think even Walgreens are peg warming this guy. AJ Styles really isn't that hard to come by as a figure, but I do know that his older figures are really sought after. His newer ones are just the same thing over and over again, and I feel like they're getting worse in terms of detail. The head sculpt by no doubt is getting much better, but in terms of detail, it is getting worse. I mean, we are missing the chest hair on this AJ Styles, which is a huge bummer, but the face does look the best out of all the AJ Styles figures we've taken a look at so far, so I have to give credit where credit is due. Mattel is improving the real tech with the faces, so there is that. I kind of wish that Mattel would actually start giving us glove hands with AJ Styles, because it's really, really big when you see the detail and texturing on the gloved hands, and then you see the pretty much latex hands that I'm not a fan of. But overall, I still think this is an AJ Styles that you might want to have in your collection, especially if you're a fan of AJ Styles. If you don't want another AJ Styles in your collection, by all means you can pass on this figure and you won't be missing anything. But if you're an AJ Styles fan, or you're just a fan of this particular ring gear, you're going to want to have it in your collection. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments. And if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos. And as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.